Hi there, I've got a great video for you today. I'm going to talk about performance pants, and I've got 3 different brands I'm going to review for you on this video. Lululemon, Vuori, and another popular brand that I was surprised how much I liked it. But I'm not going to reveal that one to you just yet. Stay tuned. If you watch my channel, maybe you saw a video I did a little over a year ago where I talked about performance pants. Now, I do a lot of travel content and travel videos, but occasionally I review products, usually for menswear. And in that original video, I talked about the 12 performance pants that I liked and rated them. It was one of the most popular videos I've ever done on this channel, but I didn't have time to include everything. So in this video, I'm going back and I'm taking your feedback and I'm reviewing 3 additional pants that were not talked about at all in that first video. So if you like performance pants, you're interested in maybe buying a pair, stay tuned. I think you'll find this information very insightful. Let's start off talking about Vuori, a brand that's become rather popular in recent years. They're often compared to Lululemon, and like Lululemon, you can find a lot of their stores in high-end retail establishments and malls. They started in 2015, and they started focusing on menswear right out of the gate. Nowadays, they sell all sorts of apparel and clothing for both men and women. Of course, I was interested in their pants, specifically their Cascade Tech Chino pants. Now, if you go on their website, they sell all sorts of different kinds of pants, and I tried a couple of different styles. This is the one I liked best, the Cascade Tech Chino. I think it's on the higher end of their lineup. $128 is the cost. These pants are made of a 100% polyester blend, but I'll tell you, not all polyester blends are created equal. This is a really good material that they use. It's stretchy, but not too stretchy. Very comfortable, soft, and best of all, it looks really good. You can't tell that this is a synthetic. You might assume it's either cotton or some sort of merino wool. It looks really good, and that's what I like most about this. These pants also have really good non-wrinkle properties. You can fold these up, throw them in your suitcase, pull them out, and you're not going to have to worry about wrinkles or ironing, which is another big pro with these pants. I would also say the construction seems pretty good. You have a stitch count of 12. That's maybe slightly above average. I like the rise of these pants. It's a good cut. You have enough room in the crotch area, so it's comfortable. You also have very deep pockets. Now, if I was nitpicky, I would say the waistband could be a little bit more flexible. I do like a little give in that waistband, and there's some, but that could be slightly improved. And these are also somewhat expensive, $128, not out of the realm compared to most performance pants, but a little bit on the higher end. Let's talk now about Lululemon. Of course, this is a popular brand. It's been around for a number of years, started in the late 90s in Vancouver, Canada, and since then has expanded really all over the world. And this brand, a little bit different than Vuori, started focusing on women's wear, specifically women's athletic wear. And then as they got into the 2010s, that's when they started offering more apparel and more men's clothing. I bought my first Lululemon performance pants a number of years ago, and I did include them on my video from a year ago where I reviewed them. And they did okay. But I will say I had a lot of feedback, a lot of people commenting and messaging me saying, I've got to try a different style. I've got to try the Versatwill fabric. So I went online and bought their ABC stretch trouser with the Versatwill. And I will tell you, there is a lot of variety, especially on their website, a lot of different colors, a lot of different sizes to choose from. That's a big plus with Lululemon. I only wish that I liked the pants more. Much like the previous Lululemon pants I had, which I think were called the commission pants, these ABC stretch trousers with the Versatwill were okay at best. I mean, yeah, they were pretty comfortable. I did like the fact that they were well constructed. They have a high stitch count, and the material is comfortable, and they also have nice pockets. Those are the pros. However, I really didn't like a few things with these pants, specifically mediocre with non-wrinkle performance. Every time I put these in my drawer and pull them out, they need to be ironed or thrown in a dryer. I don't know what it is about the material with these pants. That cotton, nylon, elastane mix, it's plenty comfortable, but it does not do well with non-wrinkles. You can't travel with these pants. You put them in your suitcase, you pull them out, and they're wrinkly. You can even tell in this video, looking around my knees, there's a lot of wrinkles there. So I do not like that aspect of these pants. And there's a few other cons. The waistband, I don't like at all. There's no flex in Lululemon waistbands. I don't know why they don't just add a little bit of elastane in there and have a little bit of give in the waistband, but Lululemon just has very, very stiff waistbands. Also, mediocre zippers. That front zipper fly, they use a very thick gauge zipper. That's the teeth of the zipper are very large, and it's not a very smooth zipper, whereas most other performance pants use a much smaller gauge and have a much easier and smooth zipper. A little thing, but hey, little things add up. In the end, these Lululemon pants, much like the other Lululemon pants that I reviewed over a year ago, leave me a little disappointed. Now, as promised, the surprise pants. These are Dockers. But not just any Dockers. These are Dockers Go Airweave Chinos. Of course, Dockers is a brand that most people are very familiar with. They've been around since the mid-'80s. And they were the hot thing in the 80s, maybe into the early 90s. But they've kind of been known for going out of vogue and not being exactly cool pants, much less performance pants. Back in the 90s, they tried to rebrand a couple of times, and I'd pretty much forgotten about them. I did own a pair of their pants about 5 years ago, and they were okay, but still nothing to tout home about. But a few months ago, I saw Dockers on Amazon for an incredibly good price, and they touted a lot of features, and I thought I'd take a chance on them. Turns out these Go Airweave Chinos are really impressive for a price about half of what you're going to pay for the Lululemon or the Vuori pants. Now, the material here is a 100% polyester blend, but a really nice blend. These are comfortable, they're soft, they also have the right amount of stretch. Best of all, they travel well. They don't wrinkle like the Lululemon pants. So I really like these. You also have some other features, including a crotch gusset, which is a feature I've only found in the Jack Archer pants that I reviewed last year. It's kind of a rare feature, but gives you a little extra space in the crotch, which is nice to have. Now, if you go onto the Dockers website, you are going to find a whole lot of different pants. And at this point, I'm only recommending the Go Airweave Chinos. But the value is there, $66, and there's oftentimes deals and promotions. I got mine for less than $50 out the door with taxes and shipping. So the value is there, and these really are in the top tier of performance pants, right there along with the Jack Archers, the Bluffworks, and the Vuori. I do say that I like the Vuoris a little bit more. They feel a little more polished, but for the price, this may be the best value you're going to find for high-end performance pants, and you can even get them on Amazon. So a big recommendation here. So in the end, Vuori ended up being my favorite pants of the three that I reviewed in this video. But the story also is Dockers. For a significant less price, you can get a pair of Dockers that are right up there as well. I recommend both the Vuori and the Dockers. If these were included in last year's review, I think they both would have been in the top 5, right along there with Jack Archer and Bluffworks. So put them on your list of best performance pants. Now, just really quick as I end this video, please know that nobody sponsored this, nobody paid me any money. I'm just buying and reviewing these pants. So if you do find this content helpful, please like and subscribe and keep an eye out for more content just like this. Thank you.